dig up a past I swore would stay buried.
You will always be a monster.
Ares! I have nothing more to hide.
The ghost of Sparta had been born.
Kratos' mental state is making him weaker. I mean, think about it. In God of War 2018, after his fight with Baldur, Kratos struggles to walk back to his hut. And at the end of that game, Kratos even implies to Atreus that he is getting tired when he tells Atreus that they need to wrap things up.
I should finish this journey while I still have strength.
In God of War Ragnarok, Kratos even seems to be holding his stomach in exhaustion after his fight with Thor. Heck, Thor even kills him. And later on in the game, the God of War goes to sleep from fatigue. The old God of War, or young Kratos, would have never gotten this tired. So what is going on? Is Kratos getting weaker? Well, in a way, yes, but at the same time, no. Let me explain. You see, Kratos' mental state is characterized by a deep internal conflict. He is haunted by his past actions as the ghost of Sparta, a ruthless and rage-driven warrior who wreaked havoc and destruction in his pursuit of vengeance. He fears being viewed as a monster by his son, Atreus, because he understands the dark deeds he committed in the past. This fear stems from his desire to protect Atreus from the same destructive path he himself once followed. Kratos struggles with a sense of guilt and self-loathing. He believes that his history of violence and destruction makes him a monster. As a result, he tries to control his anger and rage, suppressing his power and strength. He doesn't want to revert to the merciless warrior he once was, as he fears it could lead him down a path that could harm those he cares about, especially Atreus. Throughout the game, Kratos' journey is not just a physical one, but also a psychological and emotional one. He grapples with his past and tries to come to terms with the choices he makes. His interactions with Atreus are pivotal in this process. Atreus serves as a reminder of the possibility of redemption and a chance for Kratos to break the cycle of violence and destruction that he was once a part of. So, how does this make Kratos weaker? Kratos intentionally restrains his rage and the immense power that he possesses. This suppression prevents him from tapping into his full strength, which he once used to devastate enemies without hesitation. Holding back his power limits his ability to confront challenges with the same force he once wielded. This self-imposed limitation can make his battles more difficult and exhausting as he's intentionally handicapping himself. That's not all though. The emotional weight of his past actions and his internal conflict affects Kratos on a deep level. Carrying the guilt, regret, and fear of being seen as a monster wears on him emotionally, draining his mental and physical energy. This emotional drain can translate into physical fatigue as he navigates the challenges he faces. But we cannot deny that Kratos is petrified of losing control of his emotions. Look at the face he makes when he lets Thor get the best of him. And he slips up. That is a man who is scared of the character he once was. Listen to what Heimdall calls Kratos in this scene.
This isn't who you want to be!
This is the only time Heimdall manages to read Kratos' mind. He calls Kratos a monster because that's precisely how Kratos viewed himself at that moment when he lost control over himself and let his thoughts and emotions loose. The same thoughts and emotions Kratos had under control earlier. The same thoughts and emotions Heimdall couldn't read just moments ago.
What is going on in that empty little head?
Heimdall must have called Kratos a monster to taunt him, and perhaps even as a last-ditch effort to try to get the last laugh. You can even hear Mimir yelling to Kratos that this isn't who he wants to be. Look at Kratos' expression afterwards. Look at how the expression on Kratos' face transitions from one of anger to one of realization. He is conflicted by the fact that he let himself lose control but had to kill Heimdall to protect his son. Even Athena tried to get under Kratos' skin by calling him a monster.
You will always be a monster.
I know.
The inner struggle between Kratos' desire for redemption and his fear for reverting to his violent past adds an additional layer of stress to Kratos' life. This internal turmoil can impact his focus, decision making, and overall performance in battles. Making the right choices becomes more challenging when he's grappling with conflicting emotions. In combat situations, Kratos' hesitance to unleash his full power due to the fear of becoming a monster again can make his fighting style less efficient. He might hold back on his signature aggressive attacks and rely on defensive strategies instead. This can prolong battles and lead to greater physical exertion as he navigates encounters with a sense of caution. Constantly suppressing his rage and power while dealing with emotional turmoil can lead to physical exhaustion. Stress and emotional strain can have tangible effects on the body, causing fatigue, muscle tension, and even headaches. Kratos' physical state reflects the toll that his internal conflict takes on him. Just think about it. Have you ever felt tired mentally and that made you physically tired? Like if something were on your mind, it would hinder your focus, and trying to multitask like playing a football match or hanging out with friends while that one negative thing is on your mind must be tiring. Just how like if you are physically tired or even sick, you become mentally tired too. You don't want to socialize, or if for example you have an exam, you perform poorly. That's really all Kratos is concerned about, controlling his emotions. Just look at the exercise Kratos performs in this scene and what Atreus explains what its purpose is.
What did that wall ever do to you? Building focus. Something my father taught me.
It work?
Not yet.
So, what you focusing on anyway?
Controlling my emotions. Heimdall keeps trying to make me lose my cool.
So it may seem that Kratos is weaker because he is holding back, but when in fact, he's actually much stronger. In essence, Kratos' internal conflict grants him a more mature and multifaceted form of strength. While he might not unleash his power as recklessly as he did in his youth, his controlled and purpose-driven approach to his abilities makes him a stronger and more effective warrior overall. His experiences, emotions, and personal growth contribute to a strength that goes beyond physical prowess, making him a more formidable force even if he does not unleash his true potential. And after all, Cory Barlog, the creative director of God of War 2018, confirmed that old Kratos is stronger than young Kratos.